we go.
Representing Scientific Wrestling here in Windsor, Ontario, fighting out of the red corner, here's Hamza Farrouk.
The Kings Striking Series always starts off with the future of Kings, and this is our first exhibition bout of the evening. I'm Drake Demore, your voice of Kings, and I'll be calling all the action here this evening. It's September 20th, 2025. Kings 4, the fourth event in this very venue here in Windsor, Ontario. Making his way to the ring right now is Hamza Farrouk, representing Scientific Wrestling Windsor, a Windsor boy, being cornered by some of Windsor's finest. Carmen DeCrisio and Marco Carbone in his corner for this first exhibition of the evening.
And now his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Windsor Thai Boxing, here's Suhaib Afendibek.
Suhaib Afendibek is no stranger here to the ring in Kings. This is actually his second exhibition, and you can see the confidence on this young man. He's joined by some of Windsor Thai Boxing's finest as well, some of the greatest in the sport. In his corner this evening will be Joseph Gouda, a fighter we've seen many, many times here, and Deshaun St. Pierre, another storied fighter in the Muay Thai world. Well, they've fought here in Kings before, and they're going to be cornering their teammate here as Stan Masibo will officiate
Ladies and gentlemen,
this exhibition.
introducing one of our ring girls for tonight's card.
Every bout this evening will be 3 2-minute rounds. Crowds on their feet for this one. Came to support these two young men as they go over the rules here with our official, Stan Masibo, the man that put this entire event on. It's all because of him. So thank you, Stan, for making this possible. Of course, all our sponsors and clubs from Windsor and beyond. You have to make sure that the equipment is correct, because safety is first in every sport. Well, these two are ready to let them fly. This is what it's all about. This is the King Striking Series, and right away you know that these two are eager to get at it. This is going to be a great, this is more than a sparring match. You might take it as that, as an exhibition for these two young men, but it's far from that for them in their heads. Big strikes delivered by both, and this is just a rock'em sock'em matchup to start things off. Both taking some damage, and you see the knees there. That's part of the Muay Thai style. You can clinch and knee for 5 seconds, and beautifully executing that, which can really do a lot of damage. You see, even with these two young men here, exhibition style, was caught up in the ropes there for a second, was Farrouk. Big right hand, he follows it up though and delivers that combination. Again, big right hands delivering from Farrouk, but you can see even at this age, very little equipment, protection equipment needed for this fight. You know, just headgear and gloves, and that's pretty much it. No protection at the knees and the body. Those are going to do damage. An exciting first round to get things started here in Kings. Press in the corner, that's not where you want to be if you're Hamza Farrouk, but Suhaib Afendibek taking some damage. You see him back up a little bit there, and that's what finds him almost in the middle. And now look at Farrouk pressing forward, clinching wisely, and both getting at the knees. The final 10 seconds of this one. And that's our first round of 3, and what an exciting way to start things off. Our exhibition bouts will not be judged or scored, of course, before we get to our Waco-sanctioned fights. Both young men will talk to their corner now. I mean, a very, very even first round. As mentioned, Farrouk had Afendibek, or better yet, vice versa. Afendibek had Farrouk tucked in the corner here, exactly where you don't want to be if you're Hamza from Scientific Wrestling Windsor in the red corner. But those right hands were delivering to the top of the head of Suhaib, and that did a lot of damage. Found them back in the middle. Scramble all over the place. And they're going to do it all over again. I don't anticipate this one to slow down just yet. First round, or second round of 3 here, underway and right back where we left off, just throwing jabs, and look at this. Almost an opportunity for Farrouk to really take that one over. Big shot to the body, big kick. You heard that one. The crowd is gasping. Even these young men delivering hard strikes. Farrouk fighting from behind just a little bit. You see him on the ropes there, but still pressing forward, listening to his corner well, and finds him in the middle here now, delivering beautiful right hands and following up with great exchanges. A little slip there as they got tied up in the clinch, pressed forward, and Afendibek found himself on his back. Just got to readjust the headgear a little bit here, and we're going to get this one resumed. Following up with a nice left hand there. The leg kicks are loud and damaging from the red corner right now. The headgear's coming off a little bit for Hamza Farrouk. And maybe fatigue is starting to set in as his final 10 seconds of the second round. Big right hand sends his head snapping back. I mean, being a judge is one of the hardest jobs to have. And look at this crowd on their feet to these 2 young men. More courage than I've ever had to step in the ring and do exactly what we just saw here for the last few minutes. But if I was a judge, that would be the hardest job I've ever had. And maybe you give a slight edge here to the red corner, but nevertheless, this one is going to leave with both young men's hands raised. This is an exhibition bout, our first of 4 to get things started here at KINGSS Striking Series 4. I'm Drake Demore, your voice of the KINGSS Striking Series. And there's plenty to come, folks. There's plenty to go back and watch as well on our YouTube channel. There's so much exciting action to go back and get familiar with, get caught up, and see what KINGSS is really all about. Third and final round underway. Always a good crowd here in Windsor. They always bring the fight, to put it lightly. And look at this, these 2 putting on a fight, a show, for a lack of better terms. I don't know how they can't be tired. Taking damage, and look at the face of these 2 young men. Still going hard. You gotta be proud if you're either corner. Everything that these guys have been working on for so long is really on display here. You got to be proud. I mean, you don't see too many, if any, mistakes being had here. This is just a brawl. Bright future for both of these 2, to say the least. Fixing the headgear for Hamza Farrouk again. Does look like he's taking some damage. It's might be in some hurt, but he's still going forward, and you know that he will not stop here for the final few moments of this fight as the crowd is on their feet yet again. Big shot sends his head flying back as Farrouk again fighting from off the ropes. So look at him here, circling in nicely, beautifully. Finds him in control to end this one. So we'll be wrapping up very soon. Final 10 seconds of this first bout. Big shots delivered as Farrouk finds himself again against the ropes. And what a way to get started here at KINGSS 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Suhaib, Afendibek, and Hamza Farrouk.
What a battle from these two young men as you see them shaking hands with their opponents' coaches before they embrace here. Both young men will get their hand raised. This is what King Striking Series is all about. It's the exhibition matchup. And like I said, what a way to get started.
Once again, give it up for Suhaib, Afendibek, and Hamza Farrouk. The future of Windsor Thai boxing is scientific wrestling.